Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I won't take more than 1 minute. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, our sister, Honorable Rita, said there is no other place in planet Earth where the dysfunction of the code distribution company is happening in this country on planet Earth. I will tell her that it is happening elsewhere. It happens in my constituency, and I know it happens in a lot of constituencies. And the attitude and nature and manner of operations of DISCO companies shows the level of dysfunction that those distribution companies are in this country. By the fact that communities will contribute and bring transformers and they charge money for infrastructure which they ordinarily should provide. That is part of their scope of work. Two, when the communities have installed these transformers, they charge disproportionate bills by way of estimate. Mr. Speaker, that is based on the rule of man and not rule of law. As a matter of fact, in my community, they will have about 2 months regular estimate. Then the next month, they will multiply it by 7. If they have 100,000 this month, the next month they might have 700,000. And that presupposes that these people are not organized. I believe strongly that we are collective victims, and it has collateral consequences for the effectiveness of these DISCO companies if we don't look into it. I strongly support this motion, and it should go beyond this. We ought to know what NEC itself is doing, because they have the responsibility by law to oversight these DISCO companies. As a matter of fact, Mr. Speaker, they are not independent companies. These companies are owned 40% by Nigerians. And we have a duty as a parliament to ensure that whatever they do and their manner and way of operations, we have to understand them. If they have challenges, we ought to know. This is a parliament of the people. And if they have any challenges, they ought to get back to government or get back to their owners. If they have invested, the investment have not been seen. You are here, Mr. Speaker, and my colleagues are here. Each and every year, we make efforts to make sure our communities have transformers. We make sure we have grid lines connected to communities. This ordinarily is the responsibility of the DISCO companies. They are not doing it. We are not recovering those investments we make. And at the same time, our communities are going through this level of perdition. I don't think we should allow it. This investigation should be holistic, and I support the motion. I also suggest and submit that this investigation should go beyond the local government or community she's talking about. We should look at thoroughly the operations of DISCO companies, particularly the one in the southeast, Enugu distribution zone. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.